Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Aisha, that the Messenger of Allah said, "There is no vowing for disobedience, and its atonement is the atonement of an oath." Jami atTirmidhi 1524 Reference 20 Hadith 1. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Aisha, that the Prophet said, "There is no vowing in disobedience to Allah, and its atonement is the atonement of an oath." Jami atTirmidhi 1525 Reference 20 Hadith 2. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Aisha, that the Prophet said, "Whoever vowed to obey Allah, then he should obey him. And whoever vowed to disobey Allah, then he should not disobey him." Jami atTirmidhi 1526 Reference 20 Hadith 3. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, another chain with similar meanings. Jami atTirmidhi 1526 Reference 20 Hadith 4. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Thabit bin ad-Dahak, that the Prophet said, "It is not for a person to vow about that over which he has no control." Jami atTirmidhi 1527 Reference 20 Hadith 5. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Uqba bin Amir, that the Messenger of Allah said, "The atonement of a vow when it is not specified is the atonement of an oath." Jami atTirmidhi 1528 Reference 20 Hadith 6. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Abdur Rahman bin Samura, that the Messenger of Allah said, "O Abdur Rahman, do not ask for a position of leadership, for if you receive it due to asking, you will be left alone with it, and if you receive it without asking, then you will be aided in it. And if you take an oath and you see that something else is better than it, then do what is better, and make an atonement for your oath." Jami atTirmidhi 1529 Reference 20 Hadith 7. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Abu Hurairah, that the Prophet said, "Whoever takes an oath, and then he sees that something else is better than it, then he should make atonement for his oath and then do it." Jami atTirmidhi 1530 Reference 20 Hadith 8. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Ibn Umar, that the Messenger of Allah said, "Whoever swears about an oath and says, 'If Allah wills, Insha'Allah,' then there is no breaking of the oath against him." Jami atTirmidhi 1531 Reference 20 Hadith 9. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Abu Hurairah, that the Messenger of Allah said, "Whoever swears about an oath, and says, 'If Allah wills, Insha'Allah,' then he will not have broken it." Jami atTirmidhi 1532 Reference 20 Hadith 10. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Salim, from his father, Ibn Umar, that the Prophet heard Umar saying, "By my father, by my father." So he said, "Verily Allah prohibits you from swearing by your father." So Umar said, "By Allah I did not swear by him after that, neither intentionally nor in narrating." Jami atTirmidhi 1533 Reference 20 Hadith 11. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Ibn Umar, that the Messenger of Allah came across Umar while he was on his mount, and he was swearing by his father. So the Messenger of Allah said, "Verily Allah prohibits you from swearing by your fathers. So let the one who swears, swear by Allah, or be silent." Jami atTirmidhi 1534 Reference 20 Hadith 12. Jami atTirmidhi, the book on vows and oaths, narrated Sa'd bin Ubaidah, that Ibn Umar heard a man saying, "Know by the Kaaba." So Ibn Umar said, Nothing is sworn by other than Allah, for I heard the Messenger of Allah say, whoever swears by other than Allah, he has committed disbelief or shirk. Jami atTirmidhi 1535 reference 20 Hadith 13. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Anas. A woman vowed to walk to the house of Allah, so the Prophet asked about that, and he said, verily Allah is in no need of her walking, order her to ride. Jami atTirmidhi 1536 reference 20 Hadith 14. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Anas. The Prophet passed by old man walking, while supported, between his two sons, so he said, what is the matter with this one? They said, O Messenger of Allah, he vowed to walk. He said, verily Allah, the Mighty and Sublime, is in no need of this person punishing himself. He said, so he ordered him to ride. Jami atTirmidhi 1537 reference 20 Hadith 15. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths another chain from Anas that the Messenger of Allah saw a man, and he mentioned similarly. Jami atTirmidhi 1537 reference 20 Hadith 16. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Abu Hurairah. That the Messenger of Allah said, do not vow, for the vows does not prevent what is decreed at all, and it only causes the miser to spend, of his wealth. Jami atTirmidhi 1538 reference 20 Hadith 17. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Umar. I said shocked face, Messenger of Allah. I had vowed to perform itikaf in al-Masjid al-Haram for a night during the era of Jahiliyyah. He said, fulfill your vow. Jami atTirmidhi 1539 reference 20 Hadith 18. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Salim bin Abdullah. From this father, Ibn Umar, who said, the Messenger of Allah often would swear with this oath, no. By the Changer of the Hearts. Jami atTirmidhi 1540 reference 20 Hadith 19. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Abu Hurairah. I heard the Messenger of Allah saying, whoever frees a believing slave, then Allah frees a limb from the fire for each of his limbs, such that he frees his private parts in lieu of his private parts. Jami atTirmidhi 1541 reference 20 Hadith 20. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Suwaid bin Mukarin al-Muzani. We were 7 brothers without a servant except one, and one of us slapped her, so the Prophet ordered us to free her. Jami atTirmidhi 1542 reference 20 Hadith 21. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Thabit bin ad-Dahak. That the Messenger of Allah said, whoever swears by a religion other than Islam while lying, then he is as he said. Jami atTirmidhi 1543 reference 20 Hadith 22. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Uqba bin Amir. I said, O Messenger of Allah, my sister vowed that she would walk to the house barefoot and without khimar, covering. The Prophet said, verily Allah will not do anything with the misery of your sister. She should ride, and cover, and fast 3 days. Jami atTirmidhi 1544 reference 20 Hadith 23. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Abu Hurairah. That the Messenger of Allah said, whoever among you swears, saying in his oath, by Al-Lat, by Al-Uzza, then let him say La ilaha illa Allah, and whoever says, come let me gamble with you, then let him give in charity. Jami atTirmidhi 1545 reference 20 Hadith 24. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths narrated Ibn Abbas. That Sa'd bin Ubadah asked the Messenger of Allah about a vow that was due from his mother, who died before fulfilling it. The Prophet said, "Fulfill it for her." Jami atTirmidhi 1546 reference 20 Hadith 25. Jami atTirmidhi. The Book on Vows and Oaths Abu Umama, and other than him from the companions of the Prophet, narrated that the Prophet said, "Any Muslim man who frees a Muslim man, then it is his salvation from the fire. Each of his limbs suffices for a limb of himself. And any Muslim man that frees 2 Muslim women, then are his salvation from the fire. Each of their limbs suffices for a limb of himself. And any Muslim woman that frees a Muslim woman, then she is her salvation from the fire. Each of her limbs suffices for a limb of herself." Jami atTirmidhi 1547 reference 20 Hadith 26.